onto your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, Entertainment? So time comes out with another video. Okay, I know when I'm gonna drop this. It's probably gonna be like late night because I'm just knocking out a whole bunch of videos, and then because it is the holidays and y'all gonna see it when y'all see it. First of all, let's first start off with Ari. First, I'm so irritated because I done wasted my phone storage as I'm doing the baddies recap and all that on with, you know, the after show and stuff. I'm having my phone screen record the whole Twitch so that way, you know, I don't miss anything. And she wasn't even saying nothing. I was so irritated when I looked at my phone. I checked the Discord. I'm like, hey, did anything happen? She said something. I having it recording in the other room. I'm out here talking to y'all all live. And then I get back and it's 40 minutes of bull crap. Like, I hate when people do stuff like this. If you are going to say or allude that you're going to address something and don't address something, I automatically am never going to like you again. I'm sorry. Because you're leading people on. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like clickbait-ass creators who the title be saying some outlandish-ass crap, and meanwhile, it's not even true. This is a form of what I call clickbait. This is click farming. Let me start. That's not a definition of click farming. But no, but to me, this was clickbait. So y'all all know that whole situation with Jada and how she called out Ari for messing around with Lil Baby or dating Lil Baby, whatever you want to call it. She put on her social media, gonna be live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. She didn't even come around live that time. She came late night when everybody got stuff to do. It's Sunday night. And then she ain't talking about nothing. She just get her makeup done. Like, really? To me, that was pure BS. And it made her look worse, in my opinion. You might as well have not done it. And I don't think she knows. Twitch doesn't play. Do one wrong little thing or have people mass report you. Your page gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I did not subscribe. I didn't play with the ads. But for the people that did subscribe, I suggest you guys unsubscribe because this is a form of clickbaiting. That's like me saying exclusive interview with Natalie Nunn. Y'all click on the video and I'm just talking. Like, you're leading people on.
Program. This is my program. I'm on my time.
Ooh.
And I told y'all that last year. And I told y'all that this year. This is my shit.
Listen, Miss Piggy, nobody cares. Okay? Like, I feel like we give a lot of these influencers too much credit and too much grace. Okay? I was very irritated. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't expect her to just go on and blast like her Jada's name, but like at least clear up or just address the situation. Don't go live right after you've been caught out, and don't expect people to tune in on some messy stuff. We were all there for a reason, babe. We weren't there to watch you get ready. We could go on your YouTube, we could go on your Instagram and see you do that. Nobody watched your Twitch to do that. If you did not do that at the same time that you did, you would not have gained those followers. You would not have gained those subscribers. And it would not be that much views at once on your Twitch. Ari, to me, is not that interesting. The only time to me she's very interesting or like worth watching is in the midst of conflict. You're not just going to watch her just to get a good key. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I just feel like she should have said something. I feel like she called her out publicly, so it would have been justified because it was unwarranted in the way that she was called out. Because Jada did call her out unwarranted. It's not like, you know, Ari, we said something like a day before or something like that. Like, somebody commented, she could have easily ignored it, and she decided to say something about it. That was super messy on Jada's end, don't get me wrong. But you doing all this Twitch hoopla and then getting mad at the viewers is a bunch of bullshit to me. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not here for it. And unsubscribe and unfollow for my mass reporter. I'll play. No mass reporter, y'all. But no, for real though, like, I don't like when creators do stuff like that. Now, she was caught on Woo Lady page. Shout out to Woo Lady, okay? She was on Woo Lady page, and if you guys don't know, she's like a blogger, influencer. She knows a lot of Miami tea. And Jada was in the comments basically saying, I got too much money to lie on 304s to get sued for defamation. Good night. NBA hosted my 18th birthday party. Rich the Kid was trying to buy my ish, not Key Glock. So she was clarifying a lot of the rumors that were out there about the stuff that she confirmed on social media. Which, once again, like I said, it was super messy on her. It was messy. It was messy as heck. Okay, but I think Jada lately, like before she did that, she was playing too nice, in my opinion. Like, you're only gonna let somebody play in your face for too long before you say something, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Before you really address it in front of the public. So that's how I feel about that. All right. Ari has yet to speak on it, say something about it in general. She put out a tweet and said, "To whom it may concern, it is true." But that's, once again, something general. Once again, it's something general, right? It's nothing like concrete. You're not saying really names. Like, I'm the only one. Am I the only one that feels like Finesse Two Times is like a parody of the Boondocks? Like, he is a living Boondock character. I don't care what nobody say. He took online to basically poke fun at Moneybagg Yo for all of the rumors, alleged rumors surrounding Ari, and basically saying, "Why are you flaunting money around when your girl, is getting poked allegedly?"
Won't come with your post with your money and your bitch still got. She still took.
Ooh. Tell me this not Boondocks coded. This is so Boondocks coded.
I don't give a fuck how much money you show.
And my whole thing is, why are you bothering this man? He has nothing to do with it. If Ari decides to move on and date who she wants to, that is none of his concern. It's a free country. You can do what you want, sleep with who you want, date who you want. What he got to do with it? She would look worse than anybody, in my opinion, if she were to do that. So please, okay? Now let's talk Potomac. For you guys that don't think I recap Housewives, I do talk Housewives, and we do it on these type of videos. I've been saying this for forever. Some of you have been saying, "I wish you recap Housewives." Yes, I do. I just do it on this video. For the reunion, though, I am going to be recapping it separately on like separate videos. Angel, I feel like she committed career. I can't even say the word, but it starts with an S. Doing this show, you know why? Her business, the Wonderland business, it's basically hosting for like an experience. So what she did with this cash trip was supposed to display how she can host an experience and it go right. How the hell y'all make all this money if you can't even host the cash trip correctly? Like, I don't know if somebody put some bad juju on Angel, but everything that went wrong on that trip. The water was bad. And then I see on the next week's Sneak Peek, y'all, she ended up getting lost. I felt so bad. Like, I keep saying that every video when I talk about Angel. I feel so bad for her. But it's like, come on. This is what you do. Like, it'd be one thing if she was like not in the hosting business where you're like, she's basically like an event host, right? An experience host where you bring people to an excursion, you make them, they may stay there for a little bit. They do the spas, they do this, they do that. So you're the one curating all of that, making sure everything goes without a hitch. So for everything to go wrong on her behalf, it's no excuse for it. That's the problem. It's really no excuse. It really isn't. Now, the way Giselle was acting, I ain't like it. Like, Giselle was she went a little bit too mean about it. You on a PJ complaining. Girl, shut the hell up. Shut up. Like, Giselle blows me with the fact that, like, she lives this, like, extravagant, lavish life. Don't get me wrong. She probably does well for herself. But please do not act like you're just PJ living every day. Don't do that. Don't even like do that. You know what I'm saying? I got me a hotel at the Four Seasons because y'all know I do the Four Seasons. And we're leaving today. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. This with the dramatics, with the hoopla of it all. Like, come on. Like, I felt that's where the sympathy started to go in for Angel. Cause where all the girls cheering and applauding, and all you just see is her face. It felt like a Disney show. Y'all know how a Disney show where like one of the characters is being made fun of, and then they close in on their face. Ooh, yeah, and then they'd be like, It felt like that. I was like, damn. I felt bad. I would just wish she kind of did her research on the show before, like, she is signed on for. I do not think she did thorough research. It's no shade. I think like she went on there, maybe watched a season or two, but she didn't do a deep dive on the women are. I don't care what nobody say. If you're going on Housewives, anything Bravo for a show that's already been established for seasons, more than 2 specifically, you need to do your deep digging on every body that's on that show. I don't care what nobody say. And no, I'm going into it blind. Nah, bitch. You got to know who you dealing with. Had she knew who she was dealing with, she'd be more equipped to handle Giselle's mouth. Okay? She'd be quick to be able to handle some of the stuff that's being thrown at her. But she's not equipped because she wasn't prepared. Okay? I feel as if Jazzy is one that was prepared. I think Jazzy knows exactly how all of these women are individually, every single last one of them. To be honest, she was really fighting for her flute with Stacey, with not Stacey, but with Tia. I think her and Tia's flute was exchangeable. I think it was a last minute decision to give the flute to Tia because she's married. And you know, she got the accent. Bravo loves a girl with an accent. So I think that's why she ended up getting the flute. Plus, she's a little bit more friendly with most of the girls than Jazzy is. Jazzy's a little bit more confrontational. You know, she doesn't get along with some of the girlies on the cast and stuff. So I think, you know, that helped her, Tia, get the flute. Okay. But I love the fact that Jazzy had her back and Kierna had her back as well. Even though y'all know I'm not a fan of Kierna because she just get very much angry. Like, oh my God. I'm telling you, Kierna needs an animal because ain't no way you that angry alive. I think she's stuffed up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think Kierna, she's still a little bit, she needs, you hear me? All right, she needs the bowel movement because it's like, she's like wound up tight. Okay. I don't like the fact that they tried to make it seem as if she's wrong for putting certain girls in the house. If she's because you got this is an ensemble show, right? You're not gonna be friendly and friends with everybody. So why is she wrong for putting Kierna and Tia in her house and not any of the other girls? Well, y'all have not been nice to her. What was she gonna put Giselle and Ashley in her house so I could talk more crap about her? No, you go to the maid quarters where y'all belong. So I don't think she was wrong with that for that. What was wrong is how far away the home was and the arrangements not being correct. Okay. Now, Wendy, I know she does not watch. She can't be watching these episodes and I cringe at herself because the stuff that she says, I'm like, oh my God. She's talking about, oh, isn't this your business? Da, da, da. All this stuff she's talking about, Angel, and look, all that came to bitch you right in the ass. And now you might be going to jail. So it's like, you see how God works? Angel must have some people on the other side that were fighting for her. Uh-huh. I'm talking about she has some protectors, some angels that said, oh yeah, y'all want to keep messing with her? We're gonna get you. And look what happened to Wendy. Okay. Because Wendy, to me, she laughs a little bit too much. Like, I feel like Wendy forgets the fact that you were at one point in Angel's position. The only difference is you're a little bit more smart, you're a little bit more equipped to handle the girls verbally. Angel is not, no shade. Like, she's not equipped to read, she's not equipped to even like withstand some of the stuff that's been happening to her. Wendy was. So it's like Wendy kind of forgets she was once in that spot. So the grace that should be given, I feel like isn't given enough to Angel from Wendy's end, knowing that she was in that spot and knowing that Giselle at one point couldn't even stand to see the side of her. At one point, she wouldn't even greet her. Girl, you were a bum to her. You were scum on the bottom of her shoe. She wouldn't even say hi to you. And you over here showing all of your 32 teeth laughing every time Giselle says something. It's not that funny. It's really not. Okay. Giselle's not a good key like that. You know what I'm saying? She really not. Angel better than me. It's only so much times I'm gonna apologize. Like, damn, bitch. This is why I couldn't do no ensemble shows like this because I would snap. Somebody will get hit. No shade. Like, I got a short temper. That's why I be so happy. Y'all be seeing me. I be keen and all that. But my temper is very short. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do it also on a show like this. I would go crazy. I would go insane. The fact you can't put your hands on nobody, like, I'm gonna slap you hard. Anyways, if a check was on the line, I would keep my hands to myself. I would. But my temper's still short because that. Oh my god, it was when they were on the PJ. That's what really bothered me. How they were talking to her. Okay, now Monique, another one. I feel like Monique has not changed as much as she's putting off that she did. I said it. This whole spiritual journey, whatever journey she's been through, the only difference is she's not getting down by Mr. Big Boy. That's the only difference I see in Monique. No shade. She's not dealing with the stress of the man. That's it. But I think she's still the same Monique. And that another thing that surprised me with Monique as well is the fact that she's so team the other girls, like the Giselles and the Ashleys and stuff. When it's like, I know she's besties with Ashley, don't get me wrong, but I'm just so surprised how tight she is with Giselle. That to me is a big shocker. Because let Robin come around, things would change. That's what's so funny when it comes to Potomac. All it would take is for certain people to be in that room, all the dynamics would change. All the dynamics would change. Y'all put Candace in that cast right now, right? Let's look at the cast. Y'all put Candace in that cast right now. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Wendy and Candace gonna go back to being best friends. Wendy not gonna be messing with Giselle like that. Period. Ashley gonna shut the hell up because she know Candace gonna call out her every 2 seconds. Okay. Kieran is gonna gain some mental strength and not be so freaking spazzy all over the place. Okay. And Angel's gonna have somebody to sort of guide her. That one person would change this whole cast. Let's drop Robin in there and take Candace out. Robin, Giselle will go right back to Robin. Wendy, you be a thing of the past. You a criminal in her eyes now. Ashley, Robin don't really even like you like that. Okay? So you're kind of nothing in her eyes as well. Robin, I could already tell not gonna like Stacey because she is jealous of the fact that she's a star. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's certain people that they put in it, they could put in this cast or the next season coming up, it would change everything. Even Karen. You put Karen in that cast, Ashley not gonna be doing the things that she's doing. I can guarantee you. That black scent is gonna go away. Okay? Because Karen brought that whole Grand Dame spirit in, the classy rich. Ashley not gonna be talking about, man, like, she not gonna be talking like that. She don't even talk like that on the regular. So that black scent, okay, is gonna be gone. Okay, what New York said, Buck Wild, do you think you're darker than what you are? Like it's gonna be gone. All right. So I just can't wait for the next season. This last episode was pretty good. It was kind of funny to see like the stuff go wrong. Okay? I'm sorry, it's a little funny because it's like every time it's a new episode, they're on this trip and something going wrong. And I don't know where we're going. And we've been driving for like 2 hours. I was like, oh my God. The girl said, you know what? We just gonna go home. They said, you know what? We're just gonna go home. We're gonna call it a night. Okay. Now, in this episode as well, we saw Kyle Richards' husband. Ashley, she's been a whore. So, of course, she went to screw him. It's going to be very interesting with this girls' trip that they're having. If you guys don't know, they have started filming girls' trip, you guys. So, it's going to be very interesting with this girls' trip. And if Kyle decides to confront Ashley, because at the end of the day, he's still a married man. They're separated, but he's still married. But with Ashley, that doesn't matter. She dates children. She dates, brothers and husbands. She doesn't mind. I don't mind. She never minded. Okay. So I want to see a scene where Kyle and Ashley are in the same room. And she's like, hi, Kyle. And maybe we have an appearance by Mauricio. How about that? That would be interesting. I watch What Happens Live, and we're going to segue into that. I find it funny how they asked Giselle about who would be going for Mauricio more, and she going to say Stacey. You want Stacey to be this big horse so bad? It's like sickening. You have nothing on her, so you want her to be this big 304, and it's just not. Because I can guarantee you, if Stacey was this big 304 cheating on her husband, doing this and that, it'll be all over the blogs. I haven't seen not one post about it. That stupid those stupid pictures I keep flashing on there, that was from months ago. Let's see something now. I'll wait. There's nothing out there. So it's like, stop trying to make her seem like she this big 304. Like, I don't know what's her problem with it. Like, I'm telling y'all, the girls can't take Stacey. Okay, they can't take Stacey. And Giselle, you might want to be worried about your job because you're not first seat, baby. Knocked down from the first seat. I know that pissed her all the way off. Isn't that rich? You see how that worked? So that's what I think her problem is with Stacey. Now, on Watch What Happens Live, Quad, second chair Quad, there was a whole thing on Twitter about it. Quad decided to confront Giselle about them saying that Bravo's recycling people from other networks and putting them on Wives and Married to Medicine, right? Which, Giselle, you are not Robin's friend. What Johnson said, that bitch not your friend. Robin, that is not your friend. The way that you quickly threw Robin under the bus, I mean, my God, you didn't even hesitate. You like, I didn't say that, Robin said it. I'm like, you agreed about it. You were egging on the conversation. So please don't act like it was just Robin saying it. You No, you said it too. You agreed, and you felt like Bravo was recycling cast members from other networks. And what they're referring to is K. Michelle is on Real Housewives of Atlanta this season, and Angel from Basketball Wives is on Married to Medicine, which, by the way, I have been watching Married to Medicine. To me, this season is really, really good. And Angel fits on Married to Medicine more than she fits on Basketball Wives, 100%. These girls are more her speed. She's able to, I feel like, have more meaningful conversations with the girls. And the storylines are a little bit more real. And they're not high schoolish like Basketball Wives was. Like, she literally was fighting and getting into it with Malaysia because her best friend, like, it was so stupid. So, shout out to Angel because she really doing her big one over there. Now, with this whole situation, Quad said, she said it to me in a joking, shady, Quad way too. She wasn't like, "Oh, I heard you was talking crap, girl." Like, she wasn't confrontational about it. So for Giselle to throw Robin under the bus so quickly, that shows me that friendship isn't like as solid as we think. Because you could have easily said, "Yeah, we said it," and I do think that the company is trying to expand their horizons. There's nothing wrong with expanding her. Like, you could have answered it in a way that would not have made Bravo mad. Let me tell you why Giselle threw it on Robin. Papa Andy's sitting right there. So you're not finna diss the network with Papa Andy sitting right there. You think Papa Andy's gonna like that? No, he's not. Because you're trying to insult Papa Andy and you're saying that Papa Andy casting Love and Hip Hop, 304s and all that. When Papa Andy's sitting right there. Nah. Yeah, that's what it was. You mad. You ain't want Papa Andy mad. You didn't want Papa, you feel me? Like, you didn't want Papa Andy to feel away. That's what it gave to me. Giselle said, I already got bumped out of the first seat. I'm not going to talk down on my network. Robin said it. She's fired anyways. Shout out to Quad for calling her out. Rightfully so. It needed to be said. Because y'all sitting there on that pod think y'all can say anything y'all want and didn't think it was going to catch up to you. Don't let Robin put you in no mess, okay? Don't let that little waggy get you in trouble. I'm just saying. Now, the episode is going very viral because of what happened between Angel and everything. So let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Once again, I'm enjoying this season. Stay tuned for the reunion recaps because I am going to be doing them separately. I have to. Yeah, I haven't seen Chocolate in a minute. I'm gonna let him say hi real quick and then he gotta go. Hi, Bubba Bob. Yeah, happy birthday. How you been? Tell him how you been a bad boy. You been a good boy? No, you haven't. No. No. Child, he been acting a whole fool lately. What Johnson said, don't let that little white girl fuck you up, okay? Now, let's talk Dom Lemon versus Nicki Minaj. Nicki's just showing her colors more and more. She about 2 seconds from RuPaul taking her episode away from Drag Race. I mean, Mike, like, you know what's so crazy? The season that Nicki Minaj appeared on Drag Race was the season where they had to edit out so much because the winner, who was like, I guess, crowned or was going to be crowned, ended up doing some mischievous things. So they ended up having to re-edit and then crown somebody else the winner. Now they might have to take away the premiere episode. Ain't that some crap? Like, they're gonna have to literally snatch the whole episode down altogether because nobody's gonna want to watch it anymore because of Nicki Minaj. And clearly she not for the gays or the guys or the Tigras. She not for us. Now, recently, Don Lemon, you guys all know as a journalist, he's been covering the protest right now that's happening because of the recent shooting that happened with Renee by ICE, right? So there is a pastor who is basically employed with ICE, and a lot of the protesters went and interrupted one of his church services to basically protest it, which John Lemon did go there and not only cover it, but he then also interviewed the pastor as well, which didn't go too well, and also some of the protesters as well. They said Don has been in Minneapolis capturing the unwavering ICE protests across the city in the wake of Renee Good's tragic killing. One of the protests just took place yesterday was against a church pastored by David Easterwood. So David Easterwood is the guy that you see in the video, who is reportedly the field office director for ICE agents operating out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Activist Nikma Levi Armstrong organized a protest to infiltrate his church and call out his hypocrisy for serving God, but also being facilitating hate. We are demanding justice for Renee Good and letting him know that this will not stand. This cannot present to the house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community. Okay?
And letting them know that this will not stand. They cannot pretend to be a house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community and who killed Renee Good, who almost killed a 6-month-old baby. Enough is enough. I am a reverend on top of being a lawyer and an activist. So I come here in the power of the Almighty God.
Tell us why you're doing this.
Okay, which to me makes her point even more valid. If somebody to me that could lead a church could do something like that, that to me is a little sick, because let's not act like ICE is out here saving lives. The way that they're going about things, even though some may agree with it, you cannot agree with some of the ways that they are facilitating what their job is to do, because now they're harming people that are extremely innocent. There's even people in SoFlo being pulled out of cars, jumped on, profiled, and they're full-on citizens. But they just look a certain way, so they're being profiled. That is what I don't agree with. Innocent people should not be attacked or harmed in the midst of y'all trying to do y'all job, because that means y'all training is lacking. So once he was interviewing this pastor, the pastor wasn't having it, y'all. He basically wanted him to get the fuck. He probably was just like, "Hey, how got us out of here?" Like, it was 2 seconds of calling him an F word.
What do you think of this?
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
But there were folks who will.
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus, because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world, is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
We're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a
No
Christian?
one is willing to talk.
Okay.
See, those are the type of people that Drewski was making fun of. I hope y'all know, okay? Those type of men. Now, Nikki decided to chime in when she woke up from her slumber and said, "Dear Salt and Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up." Nikki must not do her research, because if you go and do your research on Don Lemon, he has covered numerous things in regards to other religions. Numerous criminal things into other religions, The man worked for CNN. This isn't some chump who decided to hop on the internet and started to want to do journalist things. So for her to come for him out of anybody and everybody, to me is crazy. And the sucking lemons part. Furthermore, this is the thing, you know what's crazy? Like when I used to see Barbs and stuff, and they used to be like, oh, I love Nicki, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, y'all really think she's like an ally? Because I never thought that. That doesn't take away from her music. It doesn't take away from her art. But I never thought she was a strong and loving ally. Never. Not once did I ever think that. I don't think Cardi is either. I'm just giving it back. Neither of them, I think, are. They use that to their advantage. And the community, being as unintelligent as some of us could be, not me, fell for it. So you buy the tickets, you support, you do all this. The moment they don't need you, bop, right in the garbage you go. Okay? That's really what it is. Because for you to, put out the D-sucking part, so you automatically thought of him as an F word. You took away from the fact that he's a journalist. You took away from the fact that he's covering something in regards to media. But you just went immediately to that he's sucking D. And in that case, your brother is touching P, allegedly. We could say the same thing. So is your husband, allegedly. Like, it's the same thing. We could go tit for tat. That's what gets me. It's like, when it comes to, like, straight people, they'll go so hard at, like, a gay, but they'll have a family member who's a whole pedo. They have a family member who's on literally a list, who's rumored and loves to mess around with young girls, but they'll turn a blind eye quick, especially in the Black community. Oh my God. They'll turn a blind eye so quick, it's not even funny. Oh, he not like that. Yeah. They're all here touching on nieces and nephews. It's disgusting. Okay, but it doesn't surprise me once again, because Nicki, in my opinion, is doing this for financial gain. This is why she changed her stances politically, and also for legal gain in regards to her citizenship. You're not a citizen, babe. I am. See how that works? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even supposed to. You don't even belong here, Bob. You don't. So how do you have all these things to say? Resident. That's what I'm saying. So Don Lemon read her for filth, you guys. He went over to TMZ and basically read her for filth.
And her response to all of this and the language that she used. I think it's interesting just because Nicki has been, over the last couple of months, made it clear that she is now publicly supporting, and I think maybe she has all along, but now publicly making known her support for the Trump administration and even the MAGA movement. The choice of words that she used to go after you, I'm not surprised she went after you.
Homophobic. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you have to black it out. You should show it to people. She called me Don, C sucker lemon is disgusting. Look, this is what I'll say to Nicki Minaj. I normally don't respond to things like this, but F it. I'm going to do it this time. I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country. I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And she should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported, because I don't think, reportedly, that she is a legal citizen here. She is undocumented. And so she has shown her disdain for African Americans.
Nicki Minaj.
Why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting, I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting this homophobic, bigoted, ignorant woman? You should not be supporting her. Nicki Minaj, this is clearly out of her depth. She doesn't understand politics. She doesn't understand journalism. And I'm not surprised that she is weighing in on something that is beyond her capacity.
Mind you guys, this is Don Lemon. Before y'all comment on this situation, please do y'all research on this man. Like, this man has been in the industry for years, decades. Decades. So he has the right to do what he did. Are you serious?
capacity. What I will say to her is, because she put a doll, I think she put the Chucky doll in there. A better symbol that should have been represented in that picture is a pick-me doll, because Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. She will do anything that is expedient for her politically. And again, she's ignorant. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's always weighing in on things that she doesn't know about. Nicki Minaj should just sit the fuck down. And by the way, isn't she married to an alleged pedophile? And she-
Ooh. Nick is gonna put a lot of pins in your voodoo doll. She's got your voodoo doll. You know how she gets about that husband. You want to talk about the husband? Yeah, let's talk about the husband. Yeah, Nikki, let's talk about the husband. That's just so rich how she went to the sucking Don Lemon. Like, wow. And y'all wonder why these dudes out here BDL. Anyways, y'all, Trump also tweeted about this as well. And well, he didn't tweet about it, but he reposted a tweet and said a small group of elderly ladies were protesting at an abortion clinic and were given 40 years in prison for violating the FACE Act. I would like to see the same kind of sentence for Don Lemon and the people that broke into the church and did that during services. Okay. Which, once again, he didn't lead the charge to do it. He covered it. That's what journalists do. Just like when a mosque is broken into or burned down, a journalist goes to that location to film. That's what journalists do. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, now, NLE Choppa mama went off on Marissa. Y'all know I've been talking about this on my channel, and she has gone all the entire way off. Now, I can't play all the audio because of YouTube guidelines, because she was saying, you got him blocked. Y'all see the lip sync? You motherfucker. It was a lot of that, right? But then she got to the point where she said the reason why he hasn't been in communication with the child is because he's blocked. And she said that even his grandmama blocked. Okay. And she says the reason why Marissa's so bitter is because NLE would not make her honest woman. Because at one point, of course, when they got together, he was 19, which, by the way, Marissa, I side-eye you. Y'all know how I feel about age gaps. I've never been a fan. I don't get it. I don't get how you could relate to somebody younger. That's like me going in relationship with an 18-year-old. Like, what are we going to talk about? Like, you just fresh out. Like, ew. Like, it's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. I can't. It makes my skin crawl. But she said that's the reason he would not make her an honest woman. And she didn't like that. She told him straight up, like, hey, she told her straight up, like, hey, like, you are 26, 27, you've been outside. And he at that point in time, whatever, was 19. He's now 23, you guys. And, you know, he's still getting out there in the world and you've been outside. So could you expect him to make you an honest woman?
Manipulative mother. I hop on the fucking internet to say.
Then she calmed down.
Chosen don't see his daddy. Why? Why he don't see him? He don't see him because you don't allow him to see him. You don't want him to see him. You withhold him from seeing him. You don't want to take responsibility for him to see him. Why? Because he didn't want to marry you.
Ooh.
You're mad because clock that T, as the kids say.
I'm blocking her. You know what's crazy? Gay culture has taken over everything. As much as some of y'all hate us, y'all can't ever get rid of us. Because we got people her age saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got people her age saying that. That's crazy.
He's 19. And you're mad because he didn't want to marry you. Why? Because you're fucking crazy. You're a Looney Tune. That's why. He didn't marry you. Why? He 19 and you 26 years old. You done lived your life. You done seen the world. He ain't seen or did shit. But you want this motherfucker to at 19? You asked me, and I told you don't ask me because you ain't ready for my response. And you know that. You ain't ready for my response. He ain't ready to be married at no motherfucking 19 and you 26, 27 years old. After you done did all you wanted to do around the motherfucking world.
Now, if this is the truth, Marissa, you should be a damn shame of yourself. And that's why I be so apprehensive on commentating on stuff when it comes to children and who is right or wrong, because there's always a mixture of the truth and a lie all in one in regards to, you know, whoever side of the story. Because she's now saying you withholding the child. So which one is it? Okay, because Marissa, you making it seem like he's not checking up on you. And to me, I'm leaning more so on the side of the mother, because I remember the days Marissa used to cry over this man as if he was breaking my heart, breaking my heart. Ooh, 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 baby. Now that he with Erica, I think that's maybe something she's using as a form of anger to use that to keep him away. It's no shade. Because somebody got to not be telling the truth here. NLE used to have Marissa singing, "How Can I Ease the Pain?" Is this love, love you're waiting for? Tell me, baby, why you here? Knock, knock, knocking at my door. I can't take it no more, baby. Is this love or nothing at all? Ah! You know what I'm saying? Like, Marissa used to be crying over this man. I'm telling y'all, okay? So it's hard to see who's telling the truth here, y'all. Anyways, let me know what y'all think down below about this video. Hype up the video. I'm gonna keep saying this, hype up the video, y'all. I really think I'm Shadow Ban. I don't want to speak his existence, but I'm just keeping it a butt. Please hype up the video. Let me know what y'all think, and we all babies.